Esteemed colleagues, we continue our working day. The floor is given to the Speaker of the Presidential Administration on the ATO issues, Colonel Lysenko. Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. We have very good news over the last 24 hours. There were no enemy's provocation on the contact line, and as a result of combat actions, none of the Ukrainian servicemen was killed or wounded. Over the short period of time, the ATO forces completed the withdrawal of the tanks to the established distance in the Lugansk region. Now, the ball is passed to the international observers who have to confirm the complete absence of the Ukrainian tanks in the front line area and the established section. May I remind you that the next stage will be the withdrawal of anti-tank guns with a caliber up to 100 millimeters from the contact line. The local authorities and the law enforcement officers of the Donetsk region helped to restore the peaceful life in the front line Marinka district. In particular, in this district center, they launched a new water intake and supply facility, which is going to provide the supply water in the western part of the city. They actually laid more than 1.5 kilometers of plastic lines, and they continue preparation for the heating season. The school number 1 is completely prepared to receive students. Taking into consideration the stable ceasefire, people return to the neighboring Krasnogorivka, and the militiamen teach the children the safety and security regulations in order to save their lives and health, and to help them adapt after the multi-month enemy shellings. One more former militant came back to the peaceful life in summer last year. He, with arms in his hands, served in the checkpoints of the enemy. Later, he was disappointed by the actions of the invaders and voluntarily left his position and was hiding from the law enforcement officers. Now he reunited with his family. Ukrainian special services continue to reveal the illegal armed formations hirelings. Yesterday in Kramatorsk, they detained the enemy's informer who collected and delivered to the militants the information about the location and the routes of relocation of Ukrainian military units or formations. Now the video with his interview. Vitaly Vitalyevich, resident of Donetsk region, temporarily unemployed. In the beginning of 2015, I was recruited by the representative of DLR for collection information. I collected and delivered or submitted to him the information by phone regarding the location of the equipment and ATO forces in the territory of Kramatorsk is their movement. Following my request to enlist me on the ranks of the regular forces of DPR, he rejected my request because he said I was needed there to collect information. I really would like to call everybody who is involved in illegal actions to address and confess to the law enforcement bodies about their actions. Also, the SBU employees detained yesterday 2 men who actually delivered the information to the enemy about the ATO forces and recruited the local residents for their participation in sabotage and their subversive actions in the Donetsk region. Also in that region, SBU revealed the hideout with the explosives, C4 explosive, TNT explosive, grenades for the barrel grenade launcher, hand grenades, and then the big number of cartridges with the 5.45 and 14.5 caliber were revealed not far from the railway station Slanovo to the north of Mariupol. In Prishurtruno district of Donetsk region, the militiaman detained the local resident who actually kept the weapons and ammunition at his home. It has been established that in mid-August 2015, in the forested area, the detained person found The wooden box with ammunition containing one grenade for the sub-barrel grenade launcher and 117 cartridges for submachine guns of 762 millimeters. Another illegal arsenal was seized in Avdiivka. The local resident kept munition and weapons in his private house. All the weapons, including 2 grenades, were submitted for the expertise. Ukrainian military men constantly undergo training, and they acquire experience at different shooting ranges.
Yesterday, the Ukrainian special troops started 10 days special training. The practical training includes tactical, special engineering, topographic firing training. The military are getting ready to go to the ATO zone. And now in Dnipropetrovsk region, the units of one of mechanized brigades of armed forces of Ukraine are also getting training. The special attention is given to tactical firing, engineering training, tactical medicine, movement in the field of battle. The military work on improve the skills of defense, assault and other actions. Also, they improve their skills during establishing the firing positions. Yesterday, the field training of the students of National University of Defense of Ukraine Polygon finished. The officers were trained on how to make decisions on organizing the fighting, on relocation, organization of interaction and of interaction between the units. During the rotation from ATO zone, the servicemen of Coyote unit returned. The servicemen who were also repairing equipment for more than 3 months were in the east of Ukraine. They were accompanying the military convoys, and they were servicing the army equipment. For their courage and for their efficiency, they were nicknamed Coyotes. Channel 5, you are talking about withdrawal of the equipment by Ukrainian servicemen. What about the militants? Are they withdrawing their equipment, their military equipment? The information on withdrawal of the equipment will be provided by the representatives of the OSCE mission, because they are following this process of disarmament. We are responsible for what's happening on our side. We are absolutely sure that we are executing the commitments taken at the international level, and we hope that the enemy is doing the same. The preliminary information, we do have preliminary information on them withdrawing equipment stage by stage during 41 days. As it has been agreed, we have to withdraw to the distance of minimum 15 kilometers, tanks and equipment and armaments which have caliber of less than 100 millimeters. Any other questions? Once you have no more questions, thank you, Colonel. Our next briefing is at 1:30, and we'll be talking about